Hey folks, how are you doing? Hope you're well. And boy, have I put off doing this video. I meant to do this maybe 2-3 weeks ago and never got around to it. So I've been really lazy with the video making. But then again, I really haven't been collecting that much vinyl, to be honest with you. I've kind of taken a break buying vinyl. I'm still buying little things here and there, but I'm not really going out digging much because I'm just enjoying the collection, I'm enjoying the investment behind me, and to the side of me, but you can't see, because I got a whole other shelf over here that is not visible. So I'm enjoying all this instead of constantly bringing in record after record, and I need to give that a break and just enjoy what I do have. And that's been a ton of fun. I've been listening to a lot of records, just not really buying much of them. But I did buy one really awesome album and a bunch of singles, so I'm going to show that in this video. So here we go. Let's start with the one awesome album, shall we? And it's kind of new. It's from Tears for Fears, Songs for a Nervous Planet. Yeah. One side of original material, which I think was 4 songs. Yeah. So side A, this is a 3-record set, however. So side A on record 1 is 4 original songs, brand new songs from the band, which are good songs. I have to admit, they didn't really connect with me at first. They had to grow on me. But once they grew on me, I love listening to them. But it did take some listening. I said this is a 3-record set, and it has this nice tri-gatefold. So nice tri-gatefold record set here. Some good live photos too. I just want to show the live photos off first before we start talking about the album and the music. Some nice photos included on this set, so very lovely indeed. And it's on colored vinyl, 3-record set, like I said. It's this really light blue and white vinyl. Kind of looks like the puffy clouds in the front cover. And which side is up here? Anyway, we'll just do it like this. Look at that. That is nice. And there's 3 of these boys in there. I'll just show this one, even though there's different labels on it. On each record, I'll just show the one record because they're all the same color, but different labels. Great record. I love the live. Like I said, the side A on record 1 is 4 brand new songs, and then the rest of this 3-record set is all live material from the Tipping Point tour. Now, I caught a show of the Tipping Point tour a couple of summers ago when the band Garbage was opening for Tears for Fears. And now that was like 2 years ago, and I'm still can't get over how great of a show that was. Probably one of my favorite concerts in a very long time to attend. And it was just a perfect evening, and I really love the album The Tipping Point from Tears for Fears. And to hear a lot of those songs live was great, plus the classics, their 80s classics, a couple of their 90s songs. So this was a great album. Let's see what live songs really stand out. All of them. Basically all of them stand out. Secret World is on here. It's the last song on side B, record 1. That is really good. I mean, we've all heard Sowing the Seeds of Love, great song. I want to say the live version of Rivers of Mercy, which is on the last side of the second disc, Rivers of Mercy, really sounds great live. It was one of my favorite songs on the album, and to hear the live version on here was absolutely spectacular. It's the song that I think out of this whole set, there's a ton of songs on here. There's the track listing for those who don't own this album who are curious. Maybe you can pause that and look at that. So out of everything on here, Rivers of Mercy is still the one song that I can't stop listening to. And that's how it was when I first bought the album, The Tipping Point. I mean, it was clearly my favorite track, and it's clearly my favorite track on here. It's just a beautiful song that when I play it, I don't want it to end. I want it just to go on forever. Beautiful song, as well as the live version of Change from 1983, I believe, originally. And they may changed it a little bit, updated some of the keyboard sounds, play with the arrangement slightly, so it's a little different than the album version. But that song is old. It kind of needed a little sparklies on it. And they did that, and it sounds great on here. I love it, especially the live version of Badman's song, which is basically a really cool, jazzy, bluesy jam that they do. It's a great song to begin with, and the live version, they really let the musicians let their hair down and do a bit of jamming. It's a amazing live version. They got a great band backing them up on this tour and on this live album. It's incredible. So Badman's song sounds really good. Basically, like I said, the whole album sounds good. I'm just trying to pick out some good standouts. My Demons, which is a brand new song from The Tipping Point. It is an absolutely killer song. I remember, because I hadn't seen the music video yet when I saw them live, so the images, they show the images from the music video on the screen behind them as they're performing. And the images from the music video of My Demons look so great while they're performing the song. It's like a big moment. I remember that really jumped out at me when I saw them live. So when I listened to this record, I kind of imagine in my head as I'm listening to the album, just that image from the My Demons video. If you ever watch it, it's a really cool video, and to see that live in person on this big video screen they had behind them, it was really awesome. And of course, there are the 80s classics, Shout and Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Sowing the Seeds of Love, and Woman in Chains. And those were like the big hits, and they're on here, and they sound fantastic. Oh, as well as Head Over Heels. I mean, it's just a great listen, a fantastic listen. I'm glad I went for the 3-record set on colored vinyl, because this album was special to me. It still is. But because I caught a show on the tour, when I spin this, I get automatic memories of that night, and it was a good night. And it was one of those concerts I was very glad I went to, and so there we go. So yeah, so Tears for Fears, Songs for a Nervous Planet. If you dig their 80s music, go out and buy that, because you will have a blast with it. Speaking of 80s, let's go to some 80s singles, shall we? My favorite song from Daryl Hall and John Oates is One on One. And one day, I think I bought this on Halloween or getting close to Halloween at a little hobby shop that sells arts and crafts and a lot of Star Wars stuff and MCU toys and stuff like that. So they have in the back, and they have the back room of this hobby store. They have a little vinyl section that you can go and browse records. And I found this in their 12-inch section, 12-inch single section, and it's one of my favorite songs from Hall & Oates, which is One on One. I had this on a 45, but this looked pretty rare. I've never seen it before, so I was thrilled to pick this up. It's special limited edition US remix of One on One, so it's a kind of an extended remix of it, which actually sounds pretty damn cool. Really cool. Back with the song Art of a Heartbreak, which I had never heard before until here. So, and there we are on the RCA label. I really love the remix of it. Kind of an extended remix. Very cool. And I love hype stickers too, so I kept it on there. Very cool. This is just a killer single because it's one of my favorite songs from Hall & Oates. I never get tired of that song. When I first heard it way back, I think 82 or 83 when this came out. Well, there's no year on here, but I believe it was either 82 or 83. No, 82. There is a year on here, 82. When I heard it back then, One on One was automatically one of my favorite songs. And still to this day, when it comes on the radio, I blast it. I'll never get tired of One on One. And it's a shame that Daryl Hall and John Oates have split up over money and business decisions, I guess you could say. That is a shame because their catalog is so impressive. And like I said, this is my favorite of their many famous songs. So it's nice to have this special 12-inch single. And somewhat rare, so real glad to put that in the collection. All right, now I'm going to show you how stupid I am. I bought two 12-inch singles that I already own. And there's nothing special about the ones that I'm now bringing into the collection brand new, or new to the collection, I should say. There's nothing different about them. It's just they're good-looking copies, and I just didn't want to leave them on the shelf, even though I own them already. And they're both from Marillion. So the first one is Lavender. As far as 12-inch singles, this is one of my favorite covers of 12-inch singles, period, but definitely of Marillion. I've always dug the artwork on this 12-inch single. During the Fish era, there was some good artwork on their 12-inch singles, which makes them so much fun to collect. I mean, the back one, nothing really all that special, although it's not a bad picture, but this is the one that hooked me right here. So, of course, on side A, it's not called Lavender, it's called Lavender Blue, because it's a special remix of the song, so they gave it a different name. And then Lavender appears on side 2, back at the song Freaks. So there we go. You know, nothing was wrong with the copy I originally have of Lavender. This one is about as good as the one I had, really. It's just, it looks so good, and it was a couple of bucks, so why not get it again? Huh? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Anyway, it shows you how much I love this song, how much I love Marillion, how much I love collecting 12-inch singles, that I went ahead and pulled the trigger on something I already own. But yeah, it's in very good condition. I'm not leaving it on the shelf. I love that song too much. And when I first bought this, I opened up a pint and just played the song over and over and over. It was a nice moment, as well as the song from Marillion, Hooks in You. Again, owned it before, but like Lavender, saw it on the shelf and thought, wow, that's a good looking copy. But I should walk away, but you know, it wasn't very pricey to own it, so what the heck. And this is the version that comes with the poster. So this thing right here folds out into a big poster of Marillion. Now granted, they're not the most attractive, handsome looking guys, but they're my favorite. They're one of my favorite bands, and it's hard to fit this in a frame, so I'm doing the best I can. But there we are. Now, not bad. I got a big poster of Marillion that I'll never hang up because I like to keep these things with the records. So, and I forgot how they folded this now. That's why I should never unfold these things, but we'll figure that out off camera. Hooks in You. It's the meaty mix on side A, which I had already. And the 7-inch mix on side B, and the song After Me. It makes it the 12-inch single. Okay, now I see how they did it. And voila. Alright. And like a lot of the Marillion singles, it's on this black label. EMI label, so. Very cool, very cool. I love the song Hooks in You. It's not a very long song. It's for Marillion, it's a pretty short song. To everybody else, it's a typical single, like 3 minutes or so. I don't even think it's 3 minutes. Well, the album version, anyway. Very short song, and that's saying something for Marillion. who makes these really long songs, but they can make short, catchy songs too, and this is one of them. I do love Hooks in You. I like the guitar in it. Steve Rothery is an awesome guitarist, and I just like the riff that he plays in this song. The classic Steve Rothery solos take place on other songs, but it's a good riff, guitar riff he plays on this tune. So really glad I got the 12-inch single. So two from Aurelia that I already had. And the last of the 12-inch singles, this just reminds me when I was 18 years old, from Kool and the Gang, Stone Love. I've never seen this as a single, so I was really shocked to see this. I was like, whoa, Stone Love as a 12-inch single? And even back in the day, I've never seen that. So on side A is the club mix of Stone Love. And then on the B side, we have the house mix and the song Dance Champion. The reason I was revisiting old songs from Kool and the Gang was because recently they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And two members, I believe, of the band got back together, and they did a medley of their 70s and 80s hits after they were inducted. So that was a very cool thing to see. I'm really happy that they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They deserve to be there. This band back in the day sold a lot of records, and they were really successful. So I'm really happy to own this 12-inch single. I have a lot of their albums on vinyl in my R&B section of my collection. So they're one of my favorite bands from my childhood. When I was a kid in the 70s and early 80s, it just seems like every couple months there was a big hit single from Kool and the Gang that was going to be dominated all over the radio, and it was. Like I said, this band sold a lot of records. They had a lot of successful singles, and they had a ton of fans. And there are some, on YouTube, if you really search for them, there are some concert video footage of them from back in the day. Sorry, keep choking. Got something in my throat, sorry. Anyway, from back in the day, there's some concert footage on YouTube of this band. They were a good live band. At one point, they opened for Van Halen when David Lee Roth came back in the band, which I thought was unusual. But they're a good live band. They're a real good live band. So if you get a chance, check them out on YouTube, some of their live footage. Good band. All right. Now we're going to look at some 7-inch singles, 45s. This is very different for me. I can't say I have anything from this artist, but this was a 45 I had to put in the collection. And it's from Elvis. Elvis Presley. And the songs are Suspicious Minds backed with Burning Love. The two songs from Elvis that I actually enjoy listening to when it comes on the radio. There's a radio station locally here. Every now and then we'll play those two Elvis songs. And when they do, I keep it there because I like those songs. And this is a cool 45 because it's colored. Yellow vinyl, and it has this Elvis 50th anniversary logo on the label. So I thought that was a cool thing. And these two songs I really like from Elvis. I enjoy listening to them, which makes this a damn cool 45. Same picture on the back. A damn cool 45, and one I'm really glad to have. So, cool part of the 45 collection. As well as this one, there's no picture sleeve, so I'll just show the front of it. It is from the band Foreigner, a Blue Morning, Blue Day. Won't you see things my way on blue vinyl? Isn't that clever? It even has the little insert to go in the jukebox here, so really cool. Backed with the song, oh no, it's just Blue Morning, Blue Day, one side stereo, one side mono, that's right. And I've just never seen it on a blue record before. Really classic song from Foreigner, so why not, right? Went ahead and pulled the trigger. Now this one, I I'm not sure if I have this on a 45 or not. And I do like this song from this band. I just never seen it with this cover before, this picture sleeve before. It's from the Bangles. If She Knew What She Wants. One of my favorite songs from them, because they sing so well on it. And there's the back of it there. I never seen it with that picture sleeve right there. I've never seen it with that picture. It was always a different one that I see all the time in stores. So that made me kind of curious to get this. And like I said, it's a song I really like from them, and it's on this CBS label here. So nice cut here. Back with the song "Angels Don't Fall in Love," which is also a good song. Really cool to have found this, just for the rarity of it. Like I said, the picture sleeve, a picture. I'd never seen that cover before, and like I said, a really good, catchy song. They sound great on it. I still remember when they sang the song on American Bandstand, and they got interviewed by Dick Clark. Such a good, and that's on YouTube as well. Really catchy song from the Bangles. So glad that's in the collection. All right, going back to my old R&B upbringing, Funkadelic, One Nation Under a Groove. Never seen this on a 45. So cool. Backed with One Nation Under a Groove Part 2. So, go figure. And it is on the Warner Brothers label. There we are. Classic R&B. Good old school R&B. Funkadelic. This is a cool song. I remember even when I was a little kid, because it came out in '78. I was about 8 years old. I remember my brothers were bumping this in the house. They might have had the 8-track or something. And I remember this song getting bumped in the house a lot. That and Flashlight. Flashlight came a little later though. But this song got a lot of play in my house back in the '70s, late '70s, and it just reminds me of my childhood. These cool old school R&B songs just remind me of when I was in grammar school, grade school. Now this is awesome. This is from Jefferson Airplane, the classic song White Rabbit. And I love that picture, that cover. That's cool. And it's from the Platoon soundtrack. So they advertise the soundtrack from Platoon. An amazing, amazing film from the 80s. I saw this twice in the theater when it was first released. It's still one of my all-time favorite films. An absolutely amazing film. I mean, it'll make you sad. It'll bring you down. But then again, it's a movie about war. What do you expect? But man, great movie. And this song was a perfect inclusion on the soundtrack. And like I said, I love that picture sleeve cover. It's very nice. And the label's nothing special, just the RCA label. There we are. Oh yeah, and it's backed with the song Plastic Fantastic Lover. So, two good songs from Jefferson Airplane, who still do shows around here actually. So, I don't know, maybe I should just go see a show. I don't know who's original in the band. I think just the drummer is original. But I could be wrong. I don't know because I've never seen them. But I do see some of their shows advertised around this area. This area being Northern California, mostly in the Bay Area, of course, but that's not very far from where I live. And it would be good to see. I like a lot of their songs, so maybe I should go see them. And they even do the Jefferson Starship songs too, like Sarah. And unfortunately, We Built the City. I've never liked that song. I'm sure unfortunately, you got to sit to that song too. But they played this song, and this is a classic. I love it. So we're going to end with a band I've shown once already. Daryl Hall, John Oates, Rich Girl. Now there's a classic song with an R&B flavor to it. Great song. Another song that reminds me of being a kid. Just hearing it on the radio when it was a brand new song. That's how old I am. And I've never seen the 45, so very happy to have it in the collection. This is a good piece to put in the collection, especially with all my other Hall & Oates 45s. Backed with the song London Luck and Love. Excuse me, I don't know what the hell's up in my throat. Killer song. That's a classic one, so I don't really have to go on and on about that song. Everybody's heard it before. RCA label. Daryl Hall's voice on that song is amazing. Freaking amazing. And another one of those songs that you never get tired of. It'll timeless classic. Alright, kids, that's it. That's this quick little video of singles and one awesome album. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's do some catching up. Write me a comment, even if you just want to say hello, what's up. I'll reply. Anyway, hope everyone's doing good out there. Keep records spinning, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.